Not even know anything about this movie. Like, I thought it was just like a little myth because I remember the original being like really, really bad. And I don't know about y'all, I'm gonna get mad hate for this, but I really love this movie. Like, I'm not a huge like DC fan or anything, but I really enjoyed this movie. I do know the basics of like the DC universe. I know Superman's black suit was very monumental in the comics, and Deathstroke is one of Batman's enemies. So if anyone doesn't know what the hell is going on, during the making of the original Justice League movie, Zack Snyder was the original director, but unfortunately, something bad happened with one of his family members, and he just needed time to himself. So he asked Warner Brothers to be like, hey, can I get some time to mourn and grieve over this? And Warner Brothers were like, no, fuck you, bitch. Suck my cock. We're gonna replace your ass. And that's what happened. Josh Whedon was the new director, and that was the final outcome. And we all know how that ended. The biggest thing that changed within the Zack Snyder cut and the Josh Whedon cut is that this movie is 4 hours long. Does that change anything? No, it really doesn't. Will this work in theater? Nah, I don't think it would. The fact that streaming services are really popular because of this COVID thing, that's really fortunate. Super lucky. Honestly, I kind of just enjoyed this 4-hour long movie because I didn't feel bored. I was very intrigued and very entertained throughout these 4 hours. Yeah, probably around like the 2-hour mark, I had to like get up, get some snacks, go pee and poo. And then after that, like I was just invested throughout the whole time. With the pacing of the 4 hours, there are these chapters. There's like 6, I think. We got Don't Count on It, Batman, or The Age of Heroes, Beloved Mother, Beloved Son, Change Machine, All the King's Horses, Something Darker. I was just thinking about this. I was like, you could kind of just watch this movie as like a TV show with these little chapters. Granted, they're not gonna be like very interesting at the very end of like the first like 3 chapters, I think. If you don't have 4 hours, you could probably watch it as a TV show. That's how I think of it. And I guess a lot of people are complaining about the whole 4:3 aspect ratio. Me personally, I like it. And this is one of Zack Snyder's visions for the original movie. Originally, he wanted this movie to be the 4:3 aspect ratio because he said himself that he's never seen a film do this ever. He wanted to break the rule, and it feels very, very unique. Everyone's like, oh, I'm getting distracted. Honestly, like, you kind of just forget about it as you're watching the movie, and I think it looks cool because, like, you know, Superman's all flying vertical and shit, and I think it makes more sense to have a 4:3 aspect ratio. But like, I don't know. Would I like to see this in other films? Maybe. But does it work with this one? Yeah, it does. I can't see shit. Shut the fuck. Yes, you can. The CGI looks alright on some parts, but I can really praise Henry Cavill's mustache. The mustache shit is gone, and it's beautiful. I can't really blame them for this, like the alright CGI. I guess it could work for this film, but at the same time, they were working like under some like really tough shit. I'm not sure if they're working during this pandemic. I don't know. But even then, it's alright. It's not too distracting. I still felt immersed. The biggest thing that's really different between Zack Snyder and Josh Whedon's cut is that Zack Snyder made this rated R, and that means there's blood and gore, which made the tone of this film feel very, very different from the theatrical release. There are scenes with Steppenwolf slicing people in half, and there's blood everywhere and shit, and I'm like, whoa, what the fuck? And there's also a scene where Steppenwolf like grabs like a fucking Atlantis guy and fucking throws him against a rock, and his head like bangs against the rock, and there's blood everywhere. I'm like, oh shit! MCU could never do this, and because of that, I kind of like this more than the MCU. It feels more grounded. It feels more life is at stake. I like that a lot. The first 2 hours of the movie, you're basically getting like character backstories. We got Cyborg's story, we got Flash. With this movie, you really care about Cyborg. Cyborg's story is actually very emotional. I actually probably would have cried if I wasn't with my family, but you see his origin story. He hates everyone, his father, and throughout the film, he learns to grow with this powerful line from Wonder Woman.
I shut myself off from everyone. The truth is, I'm still working on it. And if you agreed to meet me, you're working on it too.
He works with Batman, and at the end, he sees his father sacrifice himself, which causes him to fight even more. When he's inside the box, he finally confronts his fear and admits that he's not alone, and that's beautiful. It made me appreciate this character a lot more than the Josh Whedon cut. With the Flash, you see him trying to get a job, and he's trying to impress his dad that's in jail. Then to have his dad tell him,
I want you to listen to me, Barry. I want you to listen to me because I mean this. I want you to give all that up. And I want you to stop coming to see me.
The fact that Barry continues to find a job and fight to save the world is inspiring. Although he is a comic relief character in this film, it isn't over the top where it's fucking irritating, and I love it. It's just right. I also just love his superpower. I totally forgot he can just reverse time. Wonder Woman and Aquaman both have their own solo movies, so the fact that they were kind of like, and I mean this in an understatement, kind of put on the side. You still get the story and you still care for them. I love Wonder Woman's entrance and her fucking I think one of my favorite scenes from the movie has to be with Lois Lane, and she's by herself, like all sad, like laying by herself, and she's mourning over the death of Superman, Clark Kent. Behind all that, hands down the best soundtrack of all time, made by Hans Zimmer, the man. God, I love Man of Steel. Man of Steel is like on my list of one of the best movies ever. I really wish Man of Steel got more praise. I might make, if you guys like this video, I will make a video essay about why I love Man of Steel so much. Also, Clark's mom mourning gave the tone of the film so much life. The fact that she couldn't pay for the house she was living in is heartbreaking because of the memories she made there with Clark. And also, like, Clark's mom and Lois Lane have a little talk about, hey, like, we're gonna get through this together, and that just makes me care about the characters even more. There's so much life in this film, and I love it. You see Steppenwolf's drive, and deep down, he's just a little servant trying to pay what he's done wrong to his people, and he's also a little bitch. I do remember this from the theatrical release. The Superman coming back to life moment was very, very hype, but I was also very hyped to see his black suit. Ugh. That shit looks so fucking good. Like, I don't know what it is about it. In the Josh Whedon cut, he comes back with the red and blue suit. For some reason, this black suit it just feels better. I also love the way how the epilogue concluded everything. Everything just felt right. I'm not too sure if there's gonna be a sequel. I haven't done too much studying, but Lois Lane is mentioned in the film as a very important character, but that particular moment for her character to shine isn't seen anywhere. So I'm very excited to see where that goes, especially with the whole Batman's dream of the dystopian world. I guess like that skeleton Superman was holding was Lois Lane. My theory is that the dystopian visions would actually come true within the sequel when the heroes go fight Darkseid. Seeing Batman having to carry Joker would be very interesting, and my jaw was on the floor when I heard Batman actually curse after Joker said something about adopting a son. I'm assuming that's Robin, right? Yes, that's Robin. What the fuck? But yeah, that'd be really interesting to see. But that's all I really have to say. Like, if I were to rate this movie, it'd probably be like an 8 out of 10. I really, really enjoy this movie. Yeah, there's like a few parts that doesn't like feel right, but like other than that, like, dude, this movie is really enjoyable to watch. I highly recommend you guys watching it. And if you're complaining about the 4-hour run time, just watch it. Like, you're not gonna fucking tell. And you know, even though I'm not a DC hardcore fan, I'm actually becoming more interested, and I think I'm becoming a fan. I mean, I really love Superman. I'm starting to like Batman, and I'd like to see more movies like this. Anyways, that's it for today. If you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a like, subscribe below, comment down below what you guys think. I like to hear you guys' thoughts. Go ahead and follow my social and shit. I know I'm not very active, to be honest, and like, but I'll get to it. I've been very, very busy. Anyways, peace out, everyone.